A handful of places in North Carolina are listed among the most climate resilient cities in the U.S. And when you think about the list, it makes sense because of where they are geographically, not really in dry climates, not near the coast. And we know that coastlines are at risk for storms and flooding, things like that, deserts of drought and wildfires. But that's not stopping people from moving to those places. In fact, data is showing us now that more people than ever before are moving into harm's way. WRAL climate change reporter Liz McLaughlin explains what that means for those communities and the ones further away from danger.
USA Today Homefront ranked 96 cities in the U.S. on climate resiliency. In North Carolina, Winston-Salem took the top slot at number 5. Greensboro and Charlotte were ranked 19 and 20. Raleigh was the lowest ranking North Carolina city, coming in at 37th.
As climate change rages on, many parts of the country are not going to be as livable as other areas.
Haley Neff is a researcher who says the rankings were based on a number of considerations, including FEMA score, flood and drought risk, and projected water stress levels.
You might love the sun and you might love these warm places, but they're just going to get hotter over time and have an increased risk for natural disasters as well.
In North Carolina, the largest population increases have been in the Triangle suburbs and coastal areas. As of March 2024, the population of coastal counties in the U.S. has increased by 40.5 million people since 1970, or about 46%.
Some insurers actually have been adjusting their risk exposure in coastal areas where there's less coverage available. So when there's less coverage available, what you're able to purchase in the way of property insurance is going to cost more.
Last fall, Nationwide opted not to renew more than 10,000 policies in North Carolina, in part due to climate severity and weather-related losses. 2023 marked a record for the highest number of billion-dollar disasters at 28.
It's all about people living in harm's way, more people living along coasts. So any type of tropical system that makes landfall is going to cause more damage today than it did, say, 5 years ago.
Rising seas translating to rising costs as more Americans than ever before move to high-risk areas. Liz McLaughlin, WRAL News.
In fact, earlier this year, insurers proposed rate increases of more than 40% statewide, saying rates could even double for some coastal areas. That's not official yet. There's going to be a hearing scheduled for October 7th, but after that, the state insurance commissioner will have 45 days to make a decision.